Well, hello beautiful people. Let me make sure I've got my video in the right orientation here. Alright. So, today I think I'm going to go a little mellow on the colors. I don't know what I want to do though. I do want to do my eyebrows, so let's just go ahead and do those first. And for some reason I had my lipstick in with my brushes. Alright. How you looking? I am looking a little wacky with this hair right here. Okay, I've got a clip up there. There we go. Good enough. Oh, man. So I just woke up not too long ago. Excuse me. I woke up at like 2:30, which is pretty late for me. I usually wake up around noon, maybe even a little before. But at 4 o'clock in the morning, when I would normally be going to sleep, two things happened. Actually, just one thing happened. 6 o'clock is when the second thing happened. So, I guess two things were happening. The running of little feet across the house happened. That was the first thing. And as I was joined by my beautiful 9-year-old son, I realized I was not getting to sleep when I thought I was. Now, at this point, I also thought I had taken my Ambien. Is that a zit? No. Thank God. I was like, what? That's not, I don't get zits there. So my beautiful son stayed in my bed from 4 o'clock in the morning, awake, I should add, being, the blessing that all children are, and he, like, I tried to listen to, that Insight Timer app to try and get myself to sleep while he was in there, and, well, it wasn't working. I tried listening to my book. There were some sex scenes, so I had to fast forward as soon as I heard any sort of untoward motions. And that wasn't working. So around 6 o'clock, he's like, actually, I guess it was probably around 5:30. He's like, I don't know, 6:45, because he was like, I only have 15 more minutes, and I'm like, I am still not sleepy. This isn't very surprising if I haven't taken my sleep meds, but I thought I remembered taking my sleep meds. Now, one of the difficulties with Hypermobile Ehlers Danlos syndrome is that sometimes you don't remember things. Sometimes I don't remember if I've taken a med, and so I always err on the side of, yes, I've taken it. Because I never want to double take my meds. You know what I mean? That's like, that's not cool. So I was like, but I also take half of my Ambien. So if I take the other half, that's really not a big deal. Still waking up. Didn't cover my mouth. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. So, around 5:45 a.m., I realized, oh, I didn't take any Ambien. This is really, like, pretty late for my not taking, for like taking Ambien. I generally take it at the same time every night, which is 3:33 a.m. because that's when my internet cuts out every night. I'm not even kidding. I mean, it's only for about 5 minutes. But still. Alright, let's do my lips now. Okay. So, I went and I took my Ambien. Because of course I did. I mean, it's almost 6 a.m. I am not even remotely sleepy. And then he's sticking around for another 15 minutes so that he can go, like, we don't let the internet turn on for him until 6 a.m. And then we turn it off at 7. Which means that he has the ability to get online, not that he's online the whole time. Unless I'm sick. And then sometimes Bob is just busy with work or something. But we don't like him to have crazy days like that. So anyway, he runs off, and he has somehow managed to stress me out in the ensuing 15 minutes that I'm just like, I can't handle this, I can't handle this, oh my god, and my anxiety is starting to ramp, and I went in there and I took another medicine that I was like, I knew would make me go to sleep, because sometimes half an Ambien does not, and you know, that's okay. That's okay. I am the one who titrated down from a whole one to half a pill. So, you know, I realized that it used to take a whole pill, and sometimes it means that it will still take a whole pill. Anyway, so I took this other medicine that can help me sleep. It kind of leaves a little bit of a hangover. Anyway, I slept a good 8.5 hours solid, and then my husband, you know, popped in and was like, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. And then I, like, painfully woke myself up. Alright, I want to do my eyeshadow. Last time I used this really nice, look at this beautiful, I don't know if you can see it, this really nice Ace Beauté Vintage Dawn. Isn't this a nice little cardboard, like, book? It's like a book, and with all this, like, embossed designs on it. Well done, well done. And then the palette is pretty cool. It's pretty bright though, and I am not feeling bright right now. All right, let's see. Betty Boop. I'm just gonna go through them, see if I'm feeling them. You know, they're really nice. I like the container. I like the colors, but I'm not feeling very metallic right now either. Here, what do we got? Living in Color. This box, it takes up so much room, and it's so 80s. It's like the 80s vomited all over this box. But the colors are nice. They really are. I might use this one. It's kind of metallic. Might not be feeling that. Here's this little NYX Ultimate Edit. And I think you could see through the top, but just in case there was glare from the sun, you can kind of see nice, cute colors. Oh, there was a little sticker on there. Sorry. So I only have one other box of makeup, or of eyeshadow, and it's the Frida Kahlo one. If I can get it out. And like a dork, I left my eyeshadow brush in there. I would have been like, where is it? So this Frida Kahlo eyeshadow palette is really lovely. Oh, you know what? I might use this. It comes with a mirror, and it says never apologize for who you are. And it has a lot of nice colors. I might be feeling magic today, which is this color right here. But I'm gonna look at the Living in Color. That was bright. I'm gonna look at the two of them side by side. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Frida Kahlo colors. Oh god. So I got solid sleep. I mean, it was really solid. But I was having some really like I don't know, just icky dreams. They weren't bad. They were just sort of like annoying. And who wants to be annoyed while you're sleeping? Like, I get annoyed enough just like being interrupted while I'm trying to. I didn't put any primer on. My palettes are this oily, horrible mess. I probably should have put like at least a lighter shade here. I'm gonna go back and put some Dahlia, which is this sort of mid pink. It's so weird. As I have gotten a little older. Oh, that looks like a bruise. As I've gotten older, I've started to like pink. Like, I always hated pink. Like, always hated pink. But, I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. And you know what? Parts of me have definitely rebelled against this whole pink thing. But then I think about who I am, and I allow myself to be who I am, not who I have told myself I am to be. Because, we tell ourselves the story of our lives, right? We say, I am sick, or I am beautiful, or I am successful, or I am a total screw up. And these ways of thinking tend to really influence how we go through the world, right? And I have been traditionally, I'll put it that way, the girl wearing black, and I'm not changing that. I'm not like starting to wear pink. I mean, I have a burgundy shirt. Oh, there's a really big bold jumping spider just on the outside of my window. I love them so much. There was one on my ceiling the other day. If you're on my Facebook or Instagram, you might have seen a picture. I'm being Nunya everywhere, although on Instagram I have a different personal account. But I was catching a smaller one that was on my ceiling. I think it has to be a boy because this one's got a gigantic belly. What a gorgeous specimen. I just love spiders. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I've totally lost my train of thought. Oh, pink. So anyway, I've generally been the girl wearing black, right? I don't like this color with the purple. Maybe I do. I don't know. Whatever. We're going to do it anyway. We're already here. And I don't think I have any, straight up purple. Okay. Yes, very bruised, it's great. It's great. So I'm going to use Mystical down here. I was using Magic and Dahlia, and now I'm going to use Mystical as a highlight, sort of, not a highlight, but like a mid-tone, I guess. Alright. That's alright. That's not bad. It's kind of brings out the top of the hill of my eyeball. I don't know what you'd think that as an artist I would know what these things were called. These parts of the body were called, right? But surprise! Alright, and I'm gonna use Muse over here. It might be too dark, but we'll see. I'm gonna use it. Oh no, that's not too bad. I'm gonna use it right there. I think it's too dark though for highlighting, so I'm gonna grab a highlighter. I think I need the orange toned one. Did I ever finish my story about sleep? Oh my god. I'm just tired. I woke up so late. And that's fine. It just sort of makes the whole day a little off. And I did a whole bunch yesterday, which was great. I walked up to my witch hut 3 times, and Bob came up there. He'd never been up there while I've been working on it. Like, he saw when I started working on it. So bruisey, so nice, so nice. He saw it when I first started, like, trying to work on the outside, and, you know, he's seen me, like, not go through with a lot of physical projects because, well, I have hEDS, and sometimes I can't follow through with projects because I just don't have the stamina, which is something, if I get enough energy today. I have not followed through with my stone patio that I've been building. I know, right? Like, I do all this stuff, I'm disabled, whatever. Disabled. It just means I have to use a wheelchair sometimes. I just have to sit down with wheels. Don't you wish you had wheels to go around on? It's actually pretty fun, I gotta say. I wish that I could just always use my own legs, but it's still fun. And I'm not gonna lie to you about that. So it's fun to roll around. But anyway, so sleep. I think that story's done. And the other one was the pink. Okay, so get back to the pink. You're just gonna have to follow on my little brain journey here, because I don't always think linearly. Linearly? Is that how you say that? Linearly? I don't think linearly. I really think that I'm saying that wrong. Linearly. Linear. I don't know where else I would put a vowel, but I feel like there's another vowel in there. Okay. Long story short about the pink thing is that I wasn't sure I wanted to, like, go down the, like, route of wearing pink because I have found it such an, like, offensive color, like, my whole life. Just, I've hated the color. Hated it. And I don't hate it so much, and I'm actually drawn to it, which is weird. I'm not, like, I mean, super weird. I need more light. Oh, there we go. Come on. Alright, I'm closing this. Gonna get this light. Okay, so I'm not like super giving in to just like wearing pink, because thankfully I'm not that attracted to it. I'm attracted to it somewhat, but I get that out by, like, making my hair pink. My blinds. Where's my blind? Okay, hold on a second. This is my beautiful silk that I use to hold back my blinds. And I'm going to try and tie this up without moving too much, because I did too much yesterday. And pretty much every time I try and, like, use my leg muscles, more my gluteus muscles, I end up, like, in a boatload of pain. Okay. We'll see if I did that alright. It looks like it's trying to come down. Okay. So yeah, I'm, using purples and pinks with my makeup and with my hair, but I'm not really wearing any. It'll do. Let's see how much I can get the other side to match. This is also the first time I've turned my camera around, so I can't really tell whether or not I'm getting all of me on the screen. So this may or may not get uploaded. Well, that was a bit more full than I wanted. So Bob got to see my my witch hut ablaze in candlelight. It was so pretty, and I felt so proud. Hi, and I'm making a video right now, and Bob just walked in. I am. They can't see you. Alright. Yes. Alright. Right now I am getting... Oh, what I used just now was Fierce Looks. No, Fierce Lions. Yeah, Fierce Lions. It's mostly worn off. Maybe they should do a little bit better job of getting their makeup to be. How do they make that stick anyway? Because I guess it is plastic, and we are using it in our hands, and it's gonna wear off. I'm gonna stop being rude then. Here, let's use this crazy big one. It is Grande Drama, or maybe Grande? I don't know. Grande Drama. Intense Thickening Mascara with Castor Oil. I don't remember being all that impressed with it, but so I learned this trick from some YouTuber. The whole, like, put it down at the bottom and then wiggle to get your eyelashes into the brush. It seems to work the best that I found. Oh, this is pretty thickening. Go back in there. Get it wet again. So yeah, I have 2 candelabras up there, and I basically like rummaged around in my house and like grabbed all the candles that I had been just sort of like letting sit around under my altar. Ones that I just never use, and I brought them up there, and I've got 2 candlestick holders that you can walk around with, and that's pretty awesome. And then Bob comes up there, and he's got this like work light. I'm like, ambiance killer. That's okay. That's okay. It was useful when we were taking measurements for the windows. I'm really excited about this, y'all. So I don't know if I've explained. I think I have in other videos. My witch hut is a former lamb and sheep paddock. It was for the babies to be born in, and keep them safe for a little while they were growing up and away from the like big daddies. Apparently they had 50 sheep on this property. It is 2.5 acres, and they did not have them all over this property. What did they do? How could they do that? So many. I have no idea. Like, I can't even picture it. Regardless, the paddock is really well built. Like, they used like telephone poles to like put in the ground, and then they took like 2x6s and made like walls, sort of. I mean, that's just sort of the fence area of it, but then they put particle board, which it seems to have been fine and has not degraded whatsoever. They put that on the outside so it's sheathed, and then they took metal roofing, corrugated, and put it on top of it. They didn't, like, I need to get up there with some metal flashing and fix some holes, because they didn't quite go all the way to the side. Like, there's just a little gap. And they weren't, because it was a paddock, they didn't like care so much about how close they got to the bottom. So there are a couple of spots that definitely need to be sheathed with metal. What I'm planning to do is use tar paper to protect the particle board, and then put down on top of that, like, I'm gonna make it go down into the little gutter that I'm digging. Thankfully the dirt's really easy to dig up there, and still, oddly enough, smells a little bit like sheep. I mean, we've been on this property 12 years. They had left the property at least 2 years, so it's been like 14, 15 years, and it still smells like sheep. So, get all the black that's come down from the top, and now I'm going to be using a white pencil from NYX Professional Makeup. It's just like a white eyeliner pencil kind of thing, and I'm just going to like go over the waterline and brighten it up a little bit. It's not really working because there's so much makeup. So much pink makeup that got on there. Wow. This might just be futility. That's fine. Well, I'll just chalk this up to a learning experience. But then I will still sort of like bring it out a little bit here at the inside. So, yeah, I'm gonna put down metal after the tar paper. I might just put the tar paper where I intend to put the, yeah, it's probably a good idea, where I intend to put the stone. And so I have a whole bunch of limestone blocks, and I mean, they aren't like bricks, they aren't like cut square, they're more like, I don't know how you would describe these. They're irregular blocks and rocks of limestone. And I'm gonna use those as the base of my witch house. And so I hope that I will have enough to make the stone go all the way up to the windows. That will, I think, help a lot with keeping it cooler and warmer in there. Right now, the windows are going to be the main cooling system. I'm putting them on the north and west side of the house. So I'm going to cut them out, and then I'm going to hinge them back on, and so that I can swing them up. And maybe at first I'll have just like the stick that keeps them open, but my hope is to use like a string and pulley system so that I can like push them open, and then pull a string that is through a loop up on the roof, and that pulls it open, and then I can just tie it, and it'll tie open. I think that'll work. And then for mosquitoes and stuff, I'm gonna like tack screen on the inside, and that might be enough. Bob thinks maybe we could cut out some designs and then like glue some acrylic, because acrylic's kind of expensive, like window, like just have designs in the shutters, and that'll let some winter light in. I may also just at least have one window that has acrylic over it as an option for the winter time. Also, there's this the come on brain, the stove I want is a cast iron longwood stove from US Stoves, I think it is, and I grew up using one of those. So we had property in Leahy, Texas. We still have it actually, but we haven't been there in a while. And so I grew up going there, like 3 times a year, while my dad and my mom and my brothers helped too, were building the cabin there. And we went up there basically from the year of my birth until my teens. And we didn't have electricity or running water until after I was 11. So of course that means we didn't have heat either, or AC. So what we had was we had windows that we kept open, and we had a wood burning stove. And so I basically learned to cook and warm with wood burning stove from my earliest years, and so I'm looking forward to getting back to some of that, which is partially like I think some of why I'm making this hut so devoid of technology, is because I grew up like that. So there's some sense, not all the time, obviously. We had a house near Galveston that had electricity and all the things, because it was just a regular house. But I miss that Leahy house, and I miss having that option. My mom would cook on Dad too would cook on the wood stove, but they also had a propane stove. So I'm gonna have, like, for the summer, I have this little hibachi. It's little, it's like this big around, and I'm just using I'm probably, I think, only gonna use sterno in it, and I have a teapot on the way that'll fit on top of it so that if, once people can come visit me, I can make everyone a little pot of tea. I'll keep both herbal and caffeinated out there. And that can be my where you walk to get your which needs met. Right now, if you want to, if you are interested in getting witchy needs, like counseling or spells or whatever, you can leave a comment or go to Beans Witchery on Facebook and make an appointment with me, and we can do a video call. I like those the best just because then I can see your face and it helps me to make sense of what's going on, to be able to see your face, because then I can see your expressions. I'm using 2 for 2. I'm about to use 2 for 2. It is a contouring and blush combo. I don't really use the contouring very much at all, hardly. Well, I've used it right here. Maybe I can try it today. But I'm using this lovely Alamar brush. I really, really love this texture. It's so great and it's so good. It feels so good. So I'm just gonna pink up my apples. It's so soft. I love it. Ugh. It just feels like luxurious. And like right now, when the whole world feels like it's burning down, we've got like people getting disappeared in Portland, and we've got like protests in the street, which I think should be happening. We've got a fascist leader who is like straight up racist. All of those things are very concerning. There's more that's also happening. Let's see, what is this brush? This is a brightening brush by Alamar. This one was the bronzer brush. Oh yeah, I was gonna try and use the bronzer thing, wasn't I? First I'm gonna use the highlighter in a couple of places. Boop, boop, boop. I don't think it's that one. I think it's this one. It's by Wander. I really like Wander. They make some really cool stuff. Yeah, this is the same stuff. Yeah, so the world is kind of burning down, and we need like all the like luxurious beauty we can fit into our bodies, because who knows how long we'll be around. Who knows? I must say, I'm like super amazingly grateful that I'm out in the country, because things in the cities are really scary, and I'm near Austin, and that's actually one of the scarier spots right now. They are bringing in refrigerated trucks. So here's something I'm going to do with this Wander Beauty product before I put on any bronzer. I like to sometimes make myself have a little animal nose. So what I do is I pink up the bottom of my nose. Trying not to get it on my new piercings, which I did myself. And they're in my videos, only a few videos below this, if you would like to look. I haven't learned to insert links yet. You'll just have to, I guess, be patient with me, my loves. Be patient. Alright, where did that bronzing brush go? This is a brightening brush. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't. It really doesn't. Complexion brush? Brightening. Oh, that's right. It was the one I used for my cheeks. I really love these earrings. And what I find kind of interesting for me, they remind me of my of a King Tut shirt that I had when I was little. It was my favorite shirt. Like, I loved it. It was such a, I don't know, it just made me happy. I have theories, but I don't know if I'm ready to talk about them on here. Okay, let's see. Do I have a full face? Maybe too full of a face. Let's see with better light. Well, I'm very pink. Maybe I need... Next time I'll put some, like, I'll do a little bit more balancing of colors, like put in a little blues around my eyes. Oh, look at that mess. I've already teared up a little bit. And that, my friends, is why you use primer. There we go. That's a little better. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because that helps me feel like I'm being seen and, like, I don't know, like someone is out there and I'm not just talking into a void. And if I forgot and left any of my stories unfinished, remind me. I have a terrible memory. It looks like it's gonna rain. That's awesome. I hope it rains. I love it when it rains in July and in August, because it just, you know, we're in Texas and the rains just don't happen very much in the summer. On El Nino years, okay, so I'm a weather geek as well. On El Nino years, we do get more weather, more rain, which I love. But we are right now heading into a La Nina year. It may even be, I think it might be already in La Nina. But I'm not 100% positive. I only kind of read the National Weather Service email I get every month. There's a fly in my room. And it just said, I mean, I just saw it say El Nino or La Nina, and I was just like, meh. So when you have a La Nina, your chances of having rain go down because it is cooler in a certain area of the Pacific. That seems like a weird sort of, you know, rubric to go by, but it seems to matter. And what it does, I think, is it reduces convection This is what I remember. It reduces convection, and so there's less water evaporating up into the atmosphere and moving. During El Nino, that area is warmer, and so more is evaporating. There's more movement from the heat and the evaporation, and there's more water, available to move toward Texas, usually during the winter time. But it does seem to, I think it does add to the Texas summers as well. We just have a slightly above average rainfall amount. And so right now we're in a La Nina, or very close to, we're moving into it. And yeah, so this rain is a surprise. Yeah. So I have this book. I've got really awesome stickers on it. And I'm gonna keep notes of, like, things to talk about. What is this? There's a little tiny stone in there. Pretty little rock. Sort of green gray. Beautiful and shiny. No idea where it came from. So I'm gonna write that down, that I want to talk about weather more. I also want to talk about my plants. Alright, so weather, plants, and what else? What do you want to hear about? Because I have a lot. I could talk about my witchery. I'm always talking about my hEDS because it affects my everyday, every moment. Like right now, I'm just sort of leaning up, right? You would think it would not be affecting too much right now, but I'm getting exhausted just being up, like holding myself up. And any time that I move to the left or the right, my the muscles coming down from my sacroiliac joints go into spasm. So, and also there's pain all the time. I know when you're not in pain, it's really hard to like imagine what that means, or how it feels, or what the experience is. And I don't know that I can explain it to you, but like imagine having a really bad headache and feel like how that affects your ability to do things. And now imagine like you have the flu, and you know that body aching that you get when you have the flu or a really bad cold. That's pretty much how my body feels all the time. And, considering that, I do pretty dang well. I limp up to my witch hut. Eventually, I am going to get a, when I have the money, and when my insurance, the deductible is paid off, so the insurance will pay for like 80% of it, which is good. It's still a pretty expensive piece of machinery. It's like $6,000, and it's a power assist for my wheelchair. I should have said that to begin with. There's a power assist for my wheelchair that I really want, and I think in that way that when I am unable to walk up the hill to my hut, maybe I'll be able to wheel up the hill. I'll still have to like get the wheelchair out of the house and down the steps. But I think after that, it should be able to do most of it. I'm looking at the... Ooh, I know. Since I'm mostly done, I'm going to show you the bull jumping spider that is just right outside my window. Now, you can also see Robotica's face hung from beads, and over to the right, underneath the sad watermelon peperoma leaves that I got in the mail. I won't talk about the Etsy seller. I think she's gonna send me more, and I just hope those rally. It looks like, well, they're not putting out roots yet, but anyway, I've got Baba Yaga hanging there against that rainbow sticker. Those prism stickers are the best. I will do another video that is about my plants. I would love to tell you about my plants because I love my plants. So I'll do that. Did I write that down? Gotta use that book or I will forget everything. I did. See, I even forgot that I wrote that down, and I just did that. So I'm gonna say goodbye, my dears, and I am so glad that you came and hung out with me while I did my makeup and just kind of talked to you. So have a beautiful day, and you know, try and focus on the good things. I know there are a lot of things that are just very stressful right now, but if we always focus on those and we get caught in the news cycles, it's just going to make us feel terrible. And, you know, just do your best, I guess, to create and to take care of yourself every day, which could be something as simple as using hand lotion or feeding yourself something delicious or nutritious. Could be, you know, anything. Could be a lot of things. But take care of yourself. Do something creative. Is doing my makeup enough? Not really. I'm probably going to see if I can paint. But I'm also going to say goodbye because my son is going to come in a sec. So have a wonderful day.